Good morning, everyone. Michael the Maven. And in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about the top 5 indicators that you should be looking for when considering a tech review. It's not necessarily just cameras, but anything tech related. I'm going to give you 5 really good tools to look at. First, let me say thank you to our sponsor, Proven Nutrition, who makes a fantastic energy drink called CoreFit. It is low glycemic, non-stimulant. It has electrolytes, herbs, amino acids. I've been on it for about a year and a half and I've lost 35 pounds. It tastes amazing. Proven Nutrition has agreed to send you some free samples if you are willing to cover shipping and handling. There are some other coupons in that link. Check it out. Thank you to Proven Nutrition. So when we're talking about the tech industry, not just camera reviews, other tech as well, drones, computers, smartphones, YouTube is full of reviews. They are everywhere. And I have a lot of experience doing camera reviews. And as I kind of surf around and look at YouTube, I'm seeing some really red flags. That's what I should call them. Some indicators like, wow, I can't believe I just saw that. One of the reviews that I saw recently was from a very popular channel where he had been given a drone to do a review on filters for the drone. So anytime somebody is given something for their opinion, that is a conflict of interest. But let me give you some indicators. I think this is really about honesty. It's like, how can you trust somebody that they're telling you the truth? The number 5, we'll go in the order of increasing importance, is have they actually touched the gear? Many camera reviews, we see somebody reading a piece of paper where it's specs, and they're telling people to go buy the camera. Okay, so that is actually against the law. The FTC says that you cannot give an endorsement for a product that you haven't actually used. Okay, so that's straight up illegal, and we see it in other reviews as well. I think what's going on there, a lot of them are trying to get money through affiliate links. Affiliate links, if you don't know what those are, they are given a percentage of the sales that are generated through their hyperlinks. And I think affiliate links are fine when the rules are followed. So if they're disclosing that this is an affiliate link and the review was legitimate, I think that's absolutely fine. If the review is not legitimate and they're making money on saying something that they don't even know is true, I think that is totally messed up. So in addition to whether or not they have the gear, the second part of that question is how long have they had that gear? As a camera reviewer, I need usually minimum 3 to 4 days to know what's going on with the camera. I do a lot of tests. I like to have a week. Sometimes I get loaners from Lens Pro to Go for lenses. I need a week to know what that lens is all about. And that sounds crazy. Sometimes we see reviews on tech where people have used the product for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, like at a press event, they're playing with the phones. And, sometimes there's some good information there. But I don't believe a 10 or a 15-minute experience with something is enough to be an expert on the product. You really got to kind of use it for a couple days. And so that's why I always kind of give red flags to reviews that have minimal experience with the gear. Item number 4, if they do have the gear, how did they get it? And there are some important disclaimers in this one. I tend to believe the guy who spends his own money and is financially and emotionally invested into it because he cares more than loaners. Loaners are okay, rentals are okay, but sometimes what we see is companies giving the product to the reviewer. If you've been given something from the camera company or a tech company, all you have to do to make it legitimate is just disclose it and just say, hey, yeah, we were sent the camera, for this review. That satisfies the legal requirement. I think the honesty and the transparency is enough. I just tend to like, the guy who pays his own money. Now, having said that, I've gotten loaners and I've done reviews. If you look at the flagship Epic Shootout, I had over $20,000 worth of gear. I couldn't have done that review without getting loaners from B&H. It just wouldn't have happened. But I'm just very careful to say they loaned the gear to me. I didn't keep it. I returned it. So my viewers know and they can make a judgment for themselves on whether or not I was improperly incentivized for my opinions. Third most important thing on the list is what have they created or done with the gear? So in the case of cameras, can they show us images or samples or something they have created or tests or results. What new information, especially new information, not here are some pictures I took and it's amazing. What new information can they tell us about the camera that has not been found anywhere else? Reviewers who provide that add a lot of value, in my opinion. Which brings us to the controversial item, number 2 most important thing. Again, I've kind of mentioned it. Do they have a relationship with the company that manufactures the product? And if they do, how are they telling us? Are they disclosing? So there was a camera event here in Hawaii recently where a camera company paid somebody to make a commercial. They straight up paid them. And that person did a review on the camera and said it was not influenced or sponsored by the camera company. I am trying to reserve judgment on that because he may not know the rules about it. But if you have a contract with a company to make a commercial, you are sponsored, absolutely positively. And there are some other gray areas with press events. I'll have another video coming on that in the future to explain what's really going on. But if there's no disclosure about the relationship with the company, huge red flags all over the place because there's a conflict of interest where they may be incentivized to give a positive opinion, even if they don't think they are. So mostly positive reviews that have been influenced by the company, huge red flag in my opinion. That's just me. I know some people who would disagree with me, but it's something that I look for. The number 1 most important thing that you can look for in an honest tech review is the negative aspects of the gear. That is the most important thing in my opinion, because a good review will have the strengths as well as the weaknesses. If it's just talking about the strengths, it's almost like a commercial. But if it talks about the negatives, now the reviewer is giving you a reason to not buy the camera. So even if he has affiliate links and he's saying, hey, this has a problem with its focusing systems, he's de-incentivizing his own way of making money on it potentially. That is the kind of reviewer that I listen to, is the one that talks about the weaknesses and gives warnings about user experience before the product is purchased. So those are the top 5 things that I look for. Do they have the product? How long have they had the product for? How did they get the product? What have they created with that product? Do they have a relationship or an affiliation with the manufacturer of the company? Are they willing to talk about the negatives? Thank you to our sponsor, Proven Nutrition. If you guys want to check out their great drink called CoreFit, check out the links in the description. If you are enjoying the Maven Nation, I would love your subscription. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week.